Exercise 4.02 from the Gamma textbook, question 19. Again, it starts to add a few negatives and things to make it look a little bit curly, but really there's no real change here at all. It's all the same stuff. And again, with this type, there's two different ways you could approach it. Either I could get rid of the plus 7 first by subtracting 7 to both sides, or I could just multiply everything by -3 to get rid of the denominator. But I'm going to start by subtracting 7 from both sides. So I'm going to restate the problem. Here it is x on -3 plus 7 is -4. I'm going to subtract that 7 from both sides. 7 minus 7, of course, is 0, leaving me with x on -3. There it is equal to, this time we've got a 4 and a 7. Well, they're both negative, so it's going to be -11. I'm just adding them together. I got a -4, and then I've got another -7, another 7 in the negative direction. So I want to get rid of the -3, so I'm going to multiply both sides by -3. I'm going to multiply this one, make it a coefficient there, yeah? And multiply this one by -3. Well, -3 and a -3. -3 divided by -3, both the signs are the same, so it's equal to 1, and 1 times x is x. Now I've got 11 times 3. 11 threes are 33. They're both negative, so the answer will be positive. The signs are the same. The answer will be positive. So that's one way of doing it. Let's look at the other way, which we talked about. So I've got an x on -3. I'll put or here. I'll put an or in front. Or x plus 7 is equal to -4. This time my strategy is to multiply everything by -3. I'm going to multiply this by -3, this by -3, this by -3. Let's see how that plays out. Well, we know that -3 divided by -3 is 1, and 1 times x is just x. We've also got, well, 7 times -3. Well, -3 is going to be, -3 times 7 is going to be -21. So I got plus -21. I could just write -21 here, but I had a plus there to start with, so I could just leave it like that, or I could just call it -21. Either's perfectly fine. By the way, it does make that superfluous. The plus really is redundant at this stage, but the plus just means and. All right, 4 threes are 12. -4 times -3 is positive 12. Fantastic. So now the next stage is to get rid of the -21. So to get rid of the minus, I'm going to add 21 to both sides. So 21 and -21, of course, is 0. Leave me with an x on the left. And this should, oh, where's my 21 gone? Oh, there it is. And 12 and 21 is going to be 33, a positive 33. And there is my solution. Notice again, the two solutions are the same, which meant that the second strategy we used was just as good as the first. And we got there in about the same amount of steps. So it was a good strategy to use.